Gotta be out by 11.
All right.
It is 1-1. Their last set was at Collision 2024.
great.
It was a 3-0 win for Omega. Their previous set before that was a 3-2 win for Jakal at Genesis X.
PS2.
PS2 to start us off.
I'm looking for some explosive gameplay.
Well, that's a solid start to it, a quick little 23%, but Jakal able to fire back. We're going to get frenzied up because we want to inspire them to play faster with our commentary so that we can finish the event.
Yeah, our son already online for Joker. Means that Omega has to find his early percentage.
But again, it's a double-edged sword because the fact that you have Arsene in the first 30 seconds means something did go wrong.
Yeah, it's definitely a little rough hitting. It was a really strong start for Jakal, but you know, it's still possible for Joker to get the stock as soon as I say that. Arsene went down now. Significant advantage for the New Jersey.
Jakal very, very good, like as a player in general, of selective gas pedal pressing.
Yeah.
He's very good at like, oh, you have the thing, and so now we're not going to play the game for a little bit. I'm going to shoot the gun for a couple seconds. And then as soon as the big brother goes away, then he can go back to throwing out those bears, throwing out these nairs, and a really nice play on the ledge by Jakal puts Omega in a very awkward spot, but the late hit dash attack does not do its job. Both of them whiffing a couple moves. The grab from Omega doesn't connect. The AHA does, gets him a little bit of percent, and as he comes down, Gun is his savior, his umbrella, but the DI is not, as he goes straight left.
He's still getting rained on as the dash attack will take the first stock, and Jakal starting to run away with it a little bit. We'll get a couple more percent off of these.
Okay, I know we want them to play fast, but this isn't running away with it yet.
Yeah, he's starting to jog a little bit as soon as I say that.
He trips over a rock in the path.
Well, he hasn't tripped, he hasn't fallen down yet. So he's still processing forward, still making his way.
Holds down on that to get the hitbox above the ledge.
Good so far. Arsene online now.
The high percent means these confirms will not work. Omega has to get a raw hit. But Omega is very good at doing things raw. Nope. Omega is good at getting hits.
Marog Kakarn doesn't connect either, as Jakal will make it back to center stage. No up smash out of shield, and a second Arsene goes away without Omega able to convert stock.
188. He is long-lived.
It's now Joker won't exactly struggle to kill him if he gets one straight hit. Finding that straight hit does not seem like it's going to be an easy task.
Okay, I for a second thought he might survive the bear too.
There was a good chance, and it was very close. Perfect DI as well from Jakal. No dice as he'll lose his first stock, but still a strong lead as Jakal. Landing the back here will turn it into a 2-stock to 1 lead, only 9% for Nick.
Whoever loses this set will go out at 4th place. Very respectable placing at the 150-something people that showed up here to this North Carolina B tier.
Yeah.
They both want a little bit more. Omega seems to want a lot here with the Arsene and finally getting a little bit of a conversion with the help of Big Brother, and then everything turns around and goes wrong. Jakal gets shield out in time, so the down air doesn't connect. Omega's able to fight back, get a grab, down throw, back air, but he's still not hitting these confirms, and Wolf Flash right back on. Jakal's in control of the stage again, and Omega is so much the worse for wear.
Sig uses a Wolf Flash from Jakal. Both times he got the soft hit first to mess up Omega's timing. The second time he's using it to get back to the stage to punish Omega's attempt at an edge guard, and the forward tilt will turn into game 1 as Jakal
That was quick.
stamping his name on that ticket. He really wants to win.
Big sip of water for both players as well as we deliberate what stage we're going to for game number 2, but of course,
surprise.
Run it right back. We're gonna stay consistent.
Yeah, both of these players like to play fast, and I'm thankful for that. So we may or may not be getting kicked out of the venue at 11 p.m. So we're hoping
we're coming up against the time limit.
We're hoping for more fast games from both of these players. But PS2, once again, I don't think we're going to see it on the stage. I think we're going to see five of these players. I imagine both of them probably see where
They are run back addicts.
You know what? I respect it. You don't want to unlock the game. You want to make sure that you're still focused. You don't want to waste any time.
No thoughts external to the gameplay.
Yeah,
it's only.
They are focused, concentrated on finding that stock.
Jakal real heavily focused on maybe the wrong thing. Tried 2 straight times for that rising fair from ledge. Both times Omega stuffed it out. Now late hit nair sets up a grab. Omega able to retreat into the corner though, get that F tilt to break the momentum. But speaking of breaking, ankles are shattered
What a mix-up from Jakal to turn this into an advantageous situation. With Arsene online, he's wasting so much time with the buff anyway. It's about to run out without Omega being able to convert the stock on it again.
But he gets the stock without it.
Finally, Omega takes the first stock in this game, but he has not been able to find any success with Arsene online.
He's finding a lot of success without Arsene right here, and now a drag down into a grab, unable to get the back air, so Jakal fires with one of his own, and something usually so prototypical of Omega's gameplay and plan is the usage of Arsene being such a big win condition, but it seems that the game slows down so much by Jakal's hand that he can't get what he usually does. So Jakal finding great success in shifting tempo every time Arsene comes out to play. Here he is once again. Let's see if Omega can shift the script.
So you can tell the immediate switch up from Jakal as well. He changes positioning ever so slightly to keep himself out of range as soon as Arsene came on.
Ooh, decent idea. C- for execution, though. You get F smashed for it.
A little bit, but you know, Jakal
Nairs are so good.
He's getting so much mileage off of the.
Misses the drag down too.
I feel like he's gotten more mileage off of when Arsene is on than when it's offline. He's been getting so many little hits, so many like percentage racking up moments, and now he's starting to really cook and really find a lot of these hits, a lot of these punches.
The two big hits from Jakal, and neither one results in the stock. Omega still clinging on for dear life to this second one. F tilt, no dice. 149. He's an inch away from Arsene. But he has to live long enough to make use of it. Jakal tries to double parry. Parries the first one, doesn't die to the second. He's alive, but only barely, and a beautiful angle gets him back on.
Regrab.
A regrab was dangerous, but it works out because Omega expects him to go towards center stage, and instead, when the script is flipped, he misses. Spot dodge, and you're safe.
What incredible nerve from Jakal to avoid the jabs. Because that might have been death with Arsene online, and
wow, what a death. And then he's going to do it again. He misses the second nair. It's a regrab, but Omega doesn't have the time to position himself. Instead, he goes away towards roll distance and covers with an F tilt instead. Very smart not to see red too quickly and get over aggressive on the regrab, instead punishing the option after.
200% is not something you see very often in Wolf is in the game, but finally a fair will take the stock for Jakal, and it's 20% to 0. It's still a very, very close game.
Yeah, but despite Omega living to 201.
Omega has kept it very, very close and has kind of taken control of this game.
Gotta find some way back up onto the stage. Does so with the mix-up on the full hop into the fair. Omega fires back.
Great turnaround from Omega to stop.
These delayed fairs are so good, and Jakal chases him, but Omega safely footstools into the gun.
Damage is getting racked up by both players, but neither of them able to find that really big moment where the strong hit connects, and this Arsene is starting to run out. Jakal doing his damnedest to
throwing hitboxes.
Yeah, and it's working really well. Arsene will die here, and
Omega tries to Rebels Guard to get another one too, but Jakal not going to fall for that classic blunder. Down throw chase, wrong direction. Jakal's able to regain center stage, gets a sour spot back air. The next one will take the stock in the game, so Omega has to play like his life depends on it here. F throw, back throw would have been the wrong direction. Wall jump, reset the situation. Sour hit, nair again. He's holding on by a thread, but he's an inch away from Arsene, and Jakal panics, goes the wrong way, and it still doesn't matter. A dash attack sends him straight up to the sky, and Jude shakes his head a little bit despite winning the game. A little bit close for comfort. Could have had an easier coast across the finish line.
Yeah, I think he realizes he got bailed out a little bit at the end. A little bit of a flub, but he ended up picking it up off the ground and making sure that it still worked, and that'll lead him to a 2-0 lead, and Omega, you saw him do the hand signal. He's running it back to PS2. He's right back into it.
A serial finger twirler in those situations.
Yeah, you know what? Can't blame him. It saves us time. It saves us money. So let's keep it going. Game 3 now. PS2 is still the answer, and Omega still looking for his first game in this loser semi.
Down throw, dash attack, so much early damage. As
no
per
jump.
usual, no jump, robbed of his first stock, and Jakal is but one step closer to the losers finals versus the Beck.
Yeah, New Jersey is in the house, and they are cheering for their boy behind us. It's looking so good for Jakal so far.
These footstool guns are hot. Hot stuff from Omega, but it's not been enough for him to fight out of this deficit just yet. 54%'s all that he's gotten to his name, and Jakal just keeps punching him.
Rebels Guard will finally get Jakal off of Omega and get Omega a little bit of
Will it?
but It's still looking so good. Jakal's still fighting every single one. He goes for the forward smash and doesn't manage to land.
These grabs have been so heavily conditioned in the short space of time of the first 2 games that I feel like Omega has no correct option here. Whatever he picks, Jakal will hit him for it. Omega, though, getting a big hit of his own. The drag down fair 1 into the F smash. Coast to coast, though, it's not
Finally.
enough. This one will be.
Yeah, the drag down fair is bread and butter for Joker. It's just what Omega needed to try to make something back in this, but the down smash covers the roll from the ledge as Jakal just continuing to push on the gas and try to take this into a Game 3 win.
Now just imagine how strong Jakal would be if Tweak Mill came online again. That's
The Tweak Mill power-up is what's missing.
Truly terrifying thought for the Tri-Staters. Footstool up B, no. Okay, I'm glad that didn't kill, because if it did, I would have broken the microphone.
I would have been so upset for Omega. But still, it's such a long hill, long road for Omega to make it back into this, and now
so unfortunate.
Will put him onto his tournament stock.
Goes low again, a risky prospect by Omega, especially given how this first stock went. Jakal going to be more than glad to take that opportunity for at least 22%. Another late hit in there, pop up, but then backs off smartly, recognizing how well Omega's been using the Rebels guard and taking even that one small thing that he's been getting victories with away. Another footstool, not another follow-up though. Wrong way, Aha.
Yeah, pummel a little bit. Make sure that our ascent goes down just little by little. Every single bit he gets rid
Should
of
be a
it.
stock.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
nicely done. Classic Omega. Drag down up air into an up smash will net him that second stock. It's do or die now if you're Omega. Game 3, you're down 2-0. Last stock. If you can make something happen here, it's possible. But Jakal
Just grabbing
so well.
So like everything that Omega does feels like it's the right idea in the wrong spot over and over again.
Yeah.
Jakal's just mixing, bobbing, and weaving, but Omega slowly weaving his way into the game. Gets a grab, no back throw, but a good up air allows him to continue to hold on to stage positioning until it all evaporates. An up smash, it's not quite enough, but the next big hit will be Omega's tournament coming to a close. He's desperately trying to stay away.
Arsene's so close to being online. It's totally possible for this Joker to make this comeback, especially if he gets a hit here. Once Arsene comes online, it's so close. The back air isn't going to be enough, and now Big Brother has arrived. It's one stray hit away from Jakal losing this stock and making it into a Game 4 for Omega. The parry into the jab will send Jakal off stage, and now Omega all but wrapped up this game. Barely. Jakal still alive. The counter will miss. And the F-tilt will send Omega out of the tournament, and Jakal will get a matchup against Yeast into losers finals.
The second time today, too, that a runoff Tetrakarn has betrayed Omega, allowing Jakal to get the perfect positioning back up onto the stage, sets himself up for the F-tilt. Omega's F-tilt doesn't quite kill, but Jakal's absolutely does at that percent. And Jakal moves his way on into the losers finals.
And wow, we aren't even moving.
We were sprinting.
Yeah, this guy was ready to lock in the back up on this crazy, ridiculous tournament run. We've talked a lot about the Jazzo.
Just another notch on the stock, man.
But really, this guy has had an unreal tournament run. He has been so good, and I'm starting